What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Oh, I died. What's up? Oh, man.
What's up?
Man, I was going to try to hold on to it, man. Listen, man.
You did a good job.
Oh,
you
man.
did better than I expected, man.
That
was good.
I hope the team can sustain the note on Sunday, man. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the AFC East Roundtable. This is your Miami Dolphins Roundtable every Friday night, 7:30 to 8:30 p.m. We are your hosts. I ain't even got my name spelled right on here. Dougley Durong, Fins Take with CB83, and your boy TD Fins Talk, which I'm going to update right now. Let me get rid of that J. All right. No J's. All right. But listen, we got a special guest tonight, ladies and gentlemen. We're all excited about it because this guy is one of the originals representing the Miami Dolphin community. And right now he's on top of the world. He's doing his thing, representing Barstool Sports, one of their best contributors hitting the scene, ladies and gentlemen, doing his thing, representing our team without any fear, without any holdback, in total disregard for whoever don't like it. Shout out to the homie Nicky Smoke.
What's poppin'?
What an introduction. I mean, my God, I'm ready to run through a wall.
Woo! Hey, we're gonna have to clip it. Yeah, all right.
That was unbelievable. Thank you for that. I'm glad to be here. Thank you for having me.
Man, we're happy to have you, Nicky. We know that you're limited on time because you're very busy, so we're gonna dive right in, man. We're gonna skip all the little intros and stuff, ladies and gentlemen. It's wartime this week. Let's just call it what it is. It is wartime. In my life's memory, I don't remember a bigger game in my life. In my life for the Dolphins that I remember football, I don't remember a bigger game. Nicky, what does this one mean to you, man?
I mean, it means everything. Not only do we get to secure the 2 seed and secure our first home playoff game since, I think, 2008 when we played the Ravens and lost 27-9. I think I was 8 years old and was at that game. But we also get to end the Buffalo Bills season. You know, the big bully of the division. Oh, we never have a chance until the Bills are done. Not only do we have the opportunity to win the division, but we have the opportunity to end their season. That alone is enough for me. Nevertheless, the 2 seed. If we end their season and we win this division and we lock up a home playoff game, when's the last time we've ever been able to do that?
Never.
I couldn't tell you.
Man, this is exciting. Doug, what you got on this, man? How does this one feel for you?
Oh, God. Like, you would think like 2008, right? Last game of the season against the Jets for the same thing. But this is different because that was just for the 4 seed. This is for the number 2 seed. Like, it's essentially home field. And if the Ravens do lose, it's home field through the whole thing. And, like, this is important. And like Nicky said, if we're rooting for the Steelers and the Jaguars, because if they win, we knock them out. So it's crazy. Also, I found out today that if the Dolphins and Bills tie, the Dolphins get the number 2 seed and they win the division. So Mike,
that ain't gonna happen though, Doug. Come on,
we're gonna win.
I don't want a damn tie. I want to beat their ass.
Well, Mike McDaniel was saying in his presser that like if it came down to it and it's like we're down by 3 in overtime and the clock's ticking, I'll probably just kick the field goal and say screw it. I'll take the division. But yeah, we want this win. We want to win bad, and it's huge. It's huge.
Man, the Tua Leroy, talk to us.
Man, hey, this feels different, guys. It really does feel different. The Miami Dolphins haven't been here in a very, very long time, right? Controlling our own destiny with an opportunity to get the 2 seed. I mean, it really don't get no better than this. I mean, we could have shot for the 1 seed, but, hey, the 2 seed gives us a home playoff game. That's what I wanted from the get-go. I wanted an opportunity to come into the Rock and play a home playoff game. I know if we get to the crib, there's no telling what type of run we could do. No type of telling what type of run we can go on. So just really looking forward to this matchup. Tua Leroy got to go. He got to show up. I got to see the glow on Sunday. Hey, this is a big resume builder for him and the Miami Dolphins. Massive opportunity for him. Massive opportunity for our team to go into the playoffs kind of on a little roll, right? No telling who we're going to play next, but go win Sunday. Control your own destiny. Hey, put these Bills to sleep and send them home packing back to upstate New York where they belong. Bunch of chumps, man. Let's go.
Man,
I just want to add something on there real quick, TD, because he said that we haven't been in this position before. Now, you're right about the 2 seed, but when you said controlling our own destiny, we've been in that situation for 3 freaking years, man. Like, we need to handle our destiny. Like, we need to get the job done. Like, we've been in this situation for 3 years now. Not the 2 seed, but you know what I mean. Just
we gotta figure it out. We gotta figure it out. And we've been in this position where we've been trying to win a game to get in the playoffs. Hey, this is to get higher seeding, man. This is it, man. This is the division, the crown. Go knock the Bills off. Let's go, TD. What you got for us, man?
What do I have? I'm so glad. Listen, I'm so glad y'all excited and y'all feeling it and y'all want this. I'm scared. My stomach been in knots all week.
Dude,
I've been holding my blanket.
Since Tuesday,
TD, you've been on Twitter trolling. I don't want to hear it. You've been on Twitter trolling.
You don't get it. You don't get it. Me and Smoke was talking about it. You know, I can't say it live, but we're gonna win. But Smoke know why we're gonna win, but I wouldn't dare say it live. Listen, man. My stomach been in knots because, and here's why. You know, I'm the negative Nancy always, right? but here's why. They ain't never let me down like this. Now they don't let me down. They don't let me down in every way, but this is different. 4-game lead, 5 games left. Like,
DT, the Bills were 6-8, my brother.
Yes.
Like, if we can't win the division now, that's why this game means so much. Because not only is it a collapse, but it is a collapse. It'd be a fucking huge collapse.
Bro, you know how much trash I've been talking for 5 weeks.
Same. So if the Dolphins lose, I'm dead. I'm not even open Twitter. I'm gonna be dead.
Bro, they cannot let me down like this.
It can't happen.
I'm gonna lose a lot. I'm gonna lose a lot of friends because I'm gonna go nuclear with total disregard. So if you get a message from me adding you on Twitter, I don't mean nothing about it. I'm just hurt. Okay. Listen, man. But no, like to win this game, though, because we got to talk about how we can get this done. We're gonna start back with you, Nikki. What do you see the key is for Miami in this game?
Oh God. Probably just handle the Bills' defensive line. I mean, even when they're not playing good, they always have a great game against us, and they have our number. Like when it comes to that, like once they get too uncomfortable and trying to get out of the pocket, the offense just doesn't work the way it's supposed to. So we need to win in the trenches, and we need to be able to establish the run like we did last year when we played them in Buffalo, and we should have won that game if Mike McDaniel ran the damn ball on 3rd and 1. When we control the line of scrimmage and this team can effectively run the football, we are almost impossible to beat. But when that run game's not working and they're not even respecting the run and the backers are just dropping back and they're getting pressure in our face, it makes it difficult. And plus we have, a 55% Jalen Waddle, a 70% Tyreek Hill. I mean, we're going to have to be able to run the ball if we want to win this game.
Yeah. Doug, what are your keys?
We gotta have a clean game. Like we can't be dropping footballs. We can't be making turnovers. Like we have to have a clean game. Like that. To me, the Ravens game started falling apart once we started getting sloppy. 3rd and 16, bad angles. Can't shed your blocks. Then a drop touchdown. They make those 2 changes. They make the stop on 3rd and 16, and Tyreek Hill doesn't drop that ball. We're up 14-0, and the game could have went in a different direction. Sloppy. The play calling was sloppy on both sides. Miscommunication on the defense with Duke Riley running into Eli Apple, Slay Flowers up the sideline. They have to clean it up. This is going to be a back and forth game, in my opinion, and you got to answer, and we have to clean it up. We have to have a clean game.
Let's CB83.
Man, stay ahead of the chains, man. Win in the trenches, stay ahead of the chains, stay in 3rd and 3, 3rd and 5 on offense, and that means running the ball. Like, you got to run the ball. You got to be efficient running the ball. The play action's got to be able to operate for you. As far as defense goes, hey, win up front, bro. Win up front, stop the run, and lock down Diggs. I'm tired of seeing Diggs go off on us every single time we play him. Find a way to isolate Diggs. Put Ramsey on him, lock him up, and make Josh Allen play. If you get Josh Allen in the 3rd and long, 3rd and 8, 3rd and 10, you take the run away from him a little bit, you make him a thrower. I think that's our best opportunity to win on defense. Best opportunity to win.
Well, I think the focus is going to be everything surrounding Tua Tagovailoa. Play your best game you've ever played. It's that simple. Not only just to win this game, but to unite the fan base. Let's just
Yeah.
call it what it is.
Yes.
Because this can go south real bad, and it can cause that civil war to be the worst it's ever been, where cannons are actually flying. I mean, at this point. But he has to have his best game. And what I mean by that at the same token is you have to be smart on the field. You know, in the last game, you come out after the game and say, I should have took the underneath stuff. It was there all day. You got to be able to recognize the difference. Okay. You have to. And he just got to go out there and make a statement in this one, get the win. And and the sad thing is we've said this for like 2 weeks now, come out, make that statement and you'll cement yourself. We're waiting on that to happen. But the good thing for him is he has the opportunity to do so. He has the opportunity, and it won't stop this week. It'll even be next week, regardless of what happens. But we'll all be able to feel good with the fact that he had every opportunity. No matter what he does, it's totally up to him. Now, I want to switch gears real quick because I don't know if you all know about some of the things that's been going on in the Dolphin community as of late. But did you see the Rich Eisen, Patrick Queen interview?
I have not, no.
I saw it.
Okay, so for those who don't know, Rich Eisen was interviewing Patrick Queen, Baltimore Ravens star linebacker. And basically, you know, at first they were talking about San Francisco. He was talking about you got to stay in the passing lanes and, you know, attack the quarterback and be physical. And then he said, then what did you do against Miami to have their number? And he kind of smirked and laughed, just like this. like, oh, yeah, that's easy. And it was concerning when he said, they have tails. They have tails on offense pretty much. And how do you feel about hearing that? I'll start with Doug. And is Mike McDaniel on top of that right now this week?
He better be. He better be. You know, if we have tails and, you know, they can pick up motions and stuff, they're just watching the film and they're doing what they're supposed to do. You need to make those adjustments. And that's where Mike McDaniel needs to show that, you know, we need to see something from Tua, right, for these next 2 games, 100%. So we know if we have the quarterback of the future and does he deserve the contract he potentially could get. Same thing with Mike McDaniel, because Mike McDaniel's been messing up in these big games as well, calling bad plays, being more horizontal than vertical with limited time on the clock. 3rd and 1s, 4th and 1s, trying to be cute, running fades constantly in the end zone. He needs to now show I can make the adjustments. I can make the halftime adjustments. And I also can make adjustments for the different opponents. Also, Vic Fangio on the other side. So 100%, you know, if we do have tells that people will start to notice and change it up. You know, that's what the offense is made for the different motions. Have Tyreek Hill in the backfield, and then we have Achane outside. All of these things are to mess with the opposing defense. If that's the case, we need to see it from Mike McDaniel. Okay, well, obviously he's watched that. So if Patrick Queen knows these things, I need to change up the tells.
Well, let me ask you a question, Doug, real quick before I move on to Smoke on this same question. How confident are we that Mike McDaniel even knows the tells? Because the way Patrick Queen made it look is, I'm not going to say nothing because they don't even realize. San Francisco nor Miami. That's how he made it seem. They don't even realize. So I'm not going to say nothing just in case we have to play them again. How confident are you that Mike McDaniel even knows what they are?
If he doesn't, it's a problem. If he's so oblivious to it, it's a problem. But you kind of saw in Hard Knocks, I think it was the Cowboys game or the game before that, when he was looking on the tablet and he was talking to Tua, and he was like, oh, they kept dropping so-and-so. It was Cowboys. They keep dropping Parsons into coverage. We're going to target that and this and that. He is noticing certain things. So I hope he's noticing that they have some tells, and that Patrick Queen interception should turn the light on for this team and be like, all right, well, now we notice that play is out of the playbook.
It was a bait. It was a bait. They baited him.
100%.
They literally took the right side linebacker down because that's what it is. When that linebacker goes in the flat for Durham Smythe or whoever goes in the flat, Tua says, oh, I have the in. Every time. This is on film. And he literally told the linebacker, basically, you know what to do. He beelined and Patrick Queen snuck right in his spot. And it was almost like they baited him. But if you go back last year in that Green Bay game, the same thing was happening.
Yes.
Same thing was happening.
Yeah. What I would do is have the same route, but have Tua pump it. Have him pump towards that and then have a route on the other side.
That's something we don't do. The pump thing.
No, it isn't. And that's where we need to see Mike McDaniel change it up.
How do you feel about that, Nikki?
I mean, that's definitely a lot to unpack. Starting with Mike McDaniel, I mean, the guy went to Yale, so who am I to question if he could pick up if people are stealing our signs or not? I'm sure he's very bright. I'm sure they learned a lot from it. But it is important that he does address it. Now, everyone calls Tua a spot thrower, and I don't think that's a dig. When you looked inside of his helmet cam and you see everything that's in front of him, being 5'11", he has to be a spot thrower. He has to know what the defense is doing. He has to know that his receiver is going to be there because there's no way in hell he could really see what's in front of him. Now, obviously, he's been playing quarterback for a while, so I'm sure he's picked up a small few tricks that us couch potatoes don't know about. But if the defense is just telegraphing everything and they get to the spot before our receiver, I mean, it's common sense. We're gonna struggle. So do I think Mike McDaniel will figure it out? Yes, absolutely. And I also just want to piggyback to what you said earlier about Tua and how he has to have a career game. I don't think he has to have a career game stat-wise because I don't think he's going to replicate what he did against the Ravens. But his decision-making, knowing when to get the ball out, knowing when to throw the ball away, knowing when to take a sack and not force a play down the field. I just want his decision-making to be the best that he's ever had. I don't care if he throws 4 or 5 touchdowns.
Yeah.
Do what it takes to win the game. Because at the end of the day, if Tua has 4 touchdowns, 455 yards, and we lose, I don't care.
It reminds me of the Cowboy game. I didn't care about the stats because he didn't turn the ball over.
Right, and he made great throws down the stretch. He was great in the 2-minute drill. Every throw that he needed to make, that throw to Waddle down the sideline was phenomenal. He played a fantastic game.
Hey, CB83, we got tails. How do you feel?
Man, I listened to this interview, and it's kind of disturbing a little bit, but it's also like, bro, like you guys were beating us by 14 points. We got to throw the ball, right? We got to try to catch up. So you know Tua's got to throw the ball. You know he's got to force the ball in the window. So you're just going to drop guys back. You know the run really isn't going to be a threat. So of course there's tells, right? When you're behind 2 scores, we got to throw the ball. We got to get back in the game. So it's like, in that case, yeah, there's tells, bro. We're going to be throwing the ball. We're trying to force the ball down the field and make plays. But I do see what you guys are saying in regards to kind of moving linebackers in different areas and getting in windows, right? I mean, the Miami Dolphins offense is anticipation, timing, being in a spot, being in the area when you need to be there, right? And if guys realize that and they're watching the film and they say, hey, we're going to shift it here. You're going to go into this window and block this window off. And if he makes the throw there, you should be there for the pick. And that's kind of what happened. Now, we got to understand that everything's not going to be just so cut and dry. Sometimes Tua's got to get off platform. Maybe you take off and run for 5 or 6 yards and get down. Like, we got to find a way to mix it up. Tua can't be a robot in the pocket. And I think that's the next evolution of his game, is becoming more of a quarterback and not just being this, hey, I got to get the ball out in 2.5 seconds. Like, sometimes it's cool to get it out, right? But sometimes you're going to have to hold it a little bit longer. Hey, maybe you have to step up in the pocket and escape for 5 or 6 yards. It's got to happen. You got to be a threat. It's like playing basketball, right? If you're on the basketball court and you're not willing to take a shot, nobody's going to play defense on you, right? Nobody's going to dress you. So you got to kind of step up in some moments when these linebackers are dropping 10 and 15 yards back. Bro, step up and say, I'm going to be a threat. I'm going to run the ball and slide and not get touched. Yeah. So I think we got to see more of that from Tua, and I think that's the next level in this game for sure.
So let's piggy bank off of that topic in itself, okay? We've seen Tua do that before in flashes.
Yes, we have.
The only issue is those flashes are so few in between.
Yeah.
That's the next level of his game, but do you see him actually being able to get to that next level in a full circle? I'm not talking about once every 30 plays.
Yeah.
I'm talking about the 3 or 4 out of 30 that's necessary. Do you actually see him even getting to that point?
Yeah, and I do. And this is my thing about it. And I think when we saw Tua his rookie season, and I go back to the Arizona game, his rookie season, had a fantastic game, made plays with his feet, was juking guys, was doing a lot, right? And we saw that side of Tua, and we were like, dang, this guy can make plays. He has the ability. He just kind of needs some more around him, right? He's done it before, but I think in this Mike McDaniel's offense, it's just kind of kept him in that robotic state, right? And the concussions I mean, that's real, right? You don't want him getting hit because of the concussions, right? But you understand now that, hey, he could take a few hits. I mean, he's got hit all season. He's doing a good job of falling. He's doing a good job of keeping his head off the turf. So I think he's got to at least 3 to 4 plays a game. You got to improvise, make play with your feet. And you've seen him doing in some games. Like in the Washington game, he improvised, got off platform, hit Waddle, and Waddle dropped a wide open one. So,
and it's almost a necessity in today's game too.
It is. You have to be.
It's not like the old days. You have to be able to improvise. Now, I'm not asking Tua to go be Patrick Mahomes, but to your point, sometimes you got to take off and run and get 5, or sometimes you got to be able to get outside that edge rusher and extend the play a little bit and deliver an accurate ball. But I think he's been great. But I love the point you made. I think he's going to have to make those type of plays if we want to win this game. 100%.
Well, the question, Smoke, is though, do you agree with CB83 that he can and will get to that level?
I'd hope so. I'd like to see it. I mean, I think we saw more of it earlier in his career. I mean, he used to take off running and just run over linebackers. Remember, he did that against the Jets, I think, a year or two ago. Mm-hmm. And then the concussions happened. And look, he's a human. If I had 3 concussions, am I going to just take off running and put my head down to get hit? Probably not. Would I instead protect myself, get the ball out quicker, anticipate better like he's done this year? Yes, absolutely. And Tua plays his best when everything's quick and it's anticipated and he knows where his guys are. But when that pocket breaks down in a game like this, you got to put your body on the line.
Because these are the teams that are going to not allow you to get it out quick.
Right. They're physical.
As much. And when you do get it out quick, they're all over it and we don't go anywhere. So at the end of the day, these are the games he has to show up doing that extra. And I'm just concerned that the state that we put him in of structure, him trying to step out of that will be uncomfortable at this point.
Yeah, but at this point, week 18 with the division and 2 seed on the line, all that shit goes out the window, bro. This is do or die. And it's a legacy game for both Tua and McDaniel. Because we've been in the same spot, obviously not the 2 seed, a playoff spot. Tua was hurt last year. I get it. But both of these guys need that career win, especially over this team that we're 9-1 against in our last 10 games. If they win this game, if they win this game and win the playoff game, they might build him a statue before he even wins a fucking Super Bowl.
Hey, listen, I agree with you. I'm about to go to you, Doug, but I want to throw this in there too. But is it worth it with Tua? I know what's on the line, but
it has to be.
The consequence is still sitting there as a potential.
But see, we can't worry about that. We can't do it like we can't.
Don't let this man go through a full.
We can't live
we lived the whole season like that. Do we want to abandon it now?
I mean, not this. Yeah, I mean,
I just don't agree. Like, we can't live our lives with Tua as a bubble boy. At some point.
So where is your thought process? What is your thought process? We run him out there and say, "Hey, this is your Josh Allen game," and next thing you know, we're going into next week with Skylar Thompson.
Nah, we didn't say Josh Allen. We didn't say do that. We said, hey.
No, I'm just saying. You know what I mean, though. But if you put him at risk and we end up starting Mike White next week, now what? You done let this man full healthy season of killing a narrative at the last minute bring it right back.
I just don't think that'll happen. I think he's smart enough at this point. Jeez, like, you gotta make me.
You don't know. You gotta understand. I know what Buffalo.
But he could get hurt sitting in the pocket too, TD. That's the thing too. You can get hurt in the.
You got.
I get what you're saying, but you can get hurt in the pocket just like you can get hurt taking off. So
y'all know what Buffalo's bringing in this game is pure pain, and we got to match it. And at the end of the day, I'd rather him take his pocket hits than his trying to make more than that happen hits. Let's call it what it is.
I get what you're saying, but they're also without Matt Milano and all of those guys. They're missing a lot too, so they're not the same Buffalo team we saw earlier.
Yeah, but they're red hot. I mean, the only team they lost to, I think, was the Eagles, and the Eagles.
But they haven't been beaten. They haven't been beating great teams, right? They've been barely
beat the Chiefs. They smoked the Cowboys.
Smoked them.
Okay.
They beat the Pats, who stink.
And
but there was another good team.
Barely beat the Chargers.
That's
barely beat the Chargers.
Hey, but I mean, we could go down the list. I mean, we lost to the freaking Titans at home, up 14.
And that's why we're in this situation.
Yeah, if we won that game, we already be division champs. But
I blame CB83. Was up on here talking all that talk, and I told
what did
you
I say?
what if.
No,
What
it's my
if?
fault.
Oh,
actually.
here you go. It's actually it's
And
Smokes.
Doug sat there like this.
It's my fault.
What'd you do? Hey, Smokes, what'd you do, man? What'd you do?
We were up 3 minutes. I mean, we were up 14 with 3 minutes left, and I tweeted, "How about them first place Fins?" And then we ended up losing
Oh
the game.
my
Bro, I
gosh.
tweeted
Stop
too.
tweeting,
I literally
dog.
tweeted. I said, we'll win this game, but we need to learn from this game that our offense needs to be
Stop.
better.
Tweet.
The offense has been a problem since I want to say week 8. Like, it's not the same offense. We blew everyone out. We ran up the score early in the season besides Buffalo. This offense has not been as potent as it once was.
Let me.
But
I
we've been
know
missing.
exactly why.
But we've been missing pieces too. Offensive line and running backs in and
everyone's
out.
missing pieces
It ain't got nothing to
at
do
this
with that.
point in the season.
I know exactly why.
What
I
is
know
it?
exactly
What is
why.
it, TD?
Listen.
Tua? It's Tua.
No. It ain't got nothing to do with Tua. It doesn't.
Doug, what is it, Doug? It's Tua, Doug.
No.
It's Tua.
It absolutely has nothing
They
to do
have
with
more
Tua.
film.
It's Mike McDaniel. Y'all don't realize this. This wasn't because the offensive line got hurt, but there was a week against one of them teams. It was either like the Giants or the Panthers. One of them. Y'all gotta remember the first 8 games we weren't doing no bubble screens. None. Go back and look at the first half of the season. We weren't a bubble screen team, and it had nothing to do with us getting injured on the O-line. We just introduced bubble screens because of the team we were playing were bad on the outside, and we smoked them. Mike McDaniel came into the next week with another trash team that's bad at them, and we smoked them. Then we start playing teams that could be all over it, like the Chiefs. When you catch it, they attack. But he kept implementing it. For some reason, he fell more in love with bubble screens in the second half of the year, and it had nothing to do with the O-line because our O-line been banged up all season.
Can I touch on that, TD? Now, here's my pushback on that. Mike McDaniel started implementing these bubble screens because they're an extension of the run game. And honestly, you don't have time with that offensive line that we had. I think he was worried about going downfield because he didn't have the offensive line in there. You got 2 guards who weren't there. Teron Armstead was in and out of the lineup. So you don't have the type of pass protection that you typically have. So since you don't have that pass protection, you got to put in some quick stuff and use the entire field, use the flat, use the middle. And I think now you're seeing a lot of underneath stuff with Smythe in the seams, things like that are quick slants to Cedric Wilson because he knows, hey, my offensive line can't sustain these long blocks for long plays down the field. I got to use the middle of the field and use the extension of the run game. A-Chain is a great pass catcher. You gotta get the ball into the hands of these guys.
And that's all fine against the scrubs. But you can't play the Chiefs, Buffalo, and Baltimore and them running them bubble screens every season. They put out a chart today that showed Miami run bubble screens more than anybody else, and we have a high success at it. But them are all the bum teams. Go look at every loss we had and go look at how we did in the bubble screens. Fumbles and everything. And they were all over. Tackles for losses and everything.
TD, the first play of the game versus Baltimore, it was a bubble screen to A-Chain and went for 23 yards.
Yeah,
come on, man.
The first one. The first one. Now look through the rest of that game.
I get it, but sometimes
the
they work and sometimes they don't. That's the nature of football. Sometimes you got defensive coordinators calling good play calls, and it shuts us down. But I think,
he's not adjusting. He's not.
He's trying. I think he's trying to figure it out, and he's trying to get guys healthy in their process too.
And guess what? He failing. He failing at trying to figure it out mid-game. Mike McDaniel needs time to go in the lab, figure it out, and then next time you play him, he got it all figured out. But in games, that man has struggled all season. In games, he do not make the proper adjustments against the greater teams. Now, against the scrubs, yeah, we put our foot on their neck eventually. But against these better teams, man, he got to be better. A lot of this is on him.
I'm trying to think, like, outside of the Carolina Panthers game where we started down 14-0, have we had a big comeback win? I mean, I wouldn't consider Dallas. I mean, we should have never been trailing to them to begin with in the fourth quarter.
No comeback wins because we've taken off on most teams.
No, I think the Chargers,
the Panthers. Oh, I forgot about week 1.
Week 1, and it's not a comeback. It's not a comeback win, but it's like
a back and forth.
It's a back and
shootout.
Shootout.
Yeah, I'm talking about like going into halftime down double digits.
Honestly, I don't think we're a good come from behind team. To be completely
and on paper we should be. It's like, oh, all right, we could score any second.
Yeah,
but I feel like we've lost that like one play, boom, like we used to have.
We can't because our defense hasn't held it down to that extent against the teams that jumped out on it. If you jump out on us,
I can't let that slide. I think the defense in the second half of the year is the only thing that's keeping this team alive.
Yeah, but remember, Smoke against what teams?
Trash.
I mean, yeah, but
they
the
got
offense hasn't been good against those teams. But the offense defense play the same team, Stevie, and the defense has been way better than the offense.
Oh, yeah, no doubt about it. But we've already agreed the offense has been pretty bad as of late. But the defense against the greater teams, they're out there looking
They stuffed the Cowboys, who were the number 2 scoring offense in the league.
They did, but they also
struggling with everybody.
But they also made Will Levis look like a Pro Bowl player. So it's like give and take, right?
That's conservative play calling too.
So that's the defense.
Yeah, I'll give you that.
It's like, bro, you can't be putting yourself in those situations. It's like we got to be better.
I agree.
Man, oh man. Well, Nikki, you have to get out of here.
No, I'm Central Time.
Oh, so we good then. Oh,
yeah, man. I got like another 30. Yeah, we're good.
Okay, cool. My bad. Well, hey, we got you locked in. Let's do it, man. So listen. Let's switch gears real quick and talk about the other team. Okay, what version of Josh Allen are we gonna get? I want to start with Doug. What do you think in this game we're gonna get from him?
The chat is just. I've been watching it. There's so many Bills fans. We'll see, because Josh Allen these past 2 games, the Chargers game he was good. He was decent in the Chargers game. His Patriot game he was not good against the Patriots, and even like the Chiefs game, and then. The Dallas game, they weren't throwing the ball. So we'll see. But I will say this. I'll give the Bills fans in the chat their flowers, because so they don't get too, their panties too much in a twist. He's owned the Dolphins. He's 100% owned the Dolphins. Even back when he first started, owned the Dolphins. He does his thing. But all we need to do is stop him a few times. If this offense can continue to score and continue to move the ball, we just have to stop him a few times. I think he's going to do his thing, and I do think he's going to score on us. I do think that the Bills are going to score on us. It's about limiting what he does. It's about not letting him play that schoolyard football. It's not letting him get out of the pocket and let the receivers start to run around, and then all of a sudden our corners are chasing them. So to me, when it comes to Josh Allen, I'm hoping, 3 games. There was 3 games out of the 17 that man's played that he did not throw an interception. He's thrown an interception for I think it was 12 straight games. Yep. He's thrown an interception. He's going to throw interceptions. Can we benefit off of him? And can we make them regret throwing those interceptions? But Josh Allen's a good quarterback, a top 5 quarterback. And it's because, there's a difference between him and Lamar Jackson. Lamar Jackson's fast and he's elusive. Josh Allen's not as fast as Lamar, but he'll run through you. And that's the problem. You'll go to sack him. You'll bounce off of him. You got to at least contain him and let him make those mistakes that he makes, and then, benefit off of them. If not, it's going to be a long game.
Oh, Smoke.
I like Josh Allen, the person. He's the type of guy I'd go get a beer with and hang out with. But Josh Allen, the quarterback, I fucking hate him more than Satan. I hate this man, bro. I mean, this guy could have 4 terrible weeks in a row. He might throw 4 interceptions in the game before. He'll come out, play the Dolphins, and throw for 450 yards, 4 touchdowns, and no interceptions. It's annoying. I hate him. I hate him. So, what am I going to sit here and do? Say he's going to get locked up? No. The only answer we have is let him do his thing. Bend, don't break, like how we beat them last year in week 4. They had all the stats. Josh Allen did his thing, but they couldn't get in the end zone. Josh Allen can go up and down the field all he wants as long as they're kicking field goals at the end of the drive. Mm-hmm. I'm cool with that. That's the only way. If there was a solution to slow him down against Miami, I'd give it to you. There is none. I haven't seen one, and until I see it, I'm not going to make it up. I'm just some fucking guy that talks about the Dolphins. I don't really know ball like that. I can't break down film to find out how to stop a 6'5" mobile quarterback. I don't have the answers, but someone needs to find them.
Yo, Nikki's spot on. I'm tired of seeing Josh Allen come out of these games against us unscathed. The dude don't even get hit in some of these games, and that's what bothers me about Josh Allen, is that he's willing to put his body on the line, and we don't take advantage of it. You got to stick this dude. And We have to start turning Josh Allen into what Brady was when he came to Miami. Like when Brady came to Miami, he struggled. We got turnovers on him. We hit him. He was banged up. He was frustrated. We got to start doing that as the Miami Dolphins. And we can't let him sit back there and pick us apart, right? We got a good enough secondary to where we should be taking his options away. If anything, you're going to Cook underneath and you're going to Kincaid somewhere, right? But you're not going to go to Diggs. You're not going to go to Gabe Davis for a post wide open down the middle of the field. We got to stop doing stuff like that. We got to stop giving away the easy stuff, and you got to hit this dude. I'm tired of seeing this dude just run rampant, stick his nose in there, do whatever he wants to do, slap him upside the head or something, man. Let's go. I'm just tired of seeing a Miami Dolphins defense who's just willing to let this dude run all over him. Somebody's got to step up Sunday, smack this dude in the mouth and say, hey, you're not coming in here. You're not coming in here. You're not wrecking shop. You're going out of here, and it's going to be a rough night for you. Punch him in the mouth early. Punch him in the mouth early. And I'm looking forward to Ingram. Ingram always has a good game against him. Melvin Ingram, come in there and make a play against this dude. Let's go, man.
Y'all giving that bum too much credit. That bum is a bum. He gonna throw a pick. But listen, man, let me tell y'all what it is. It's that raggedy zone we be running. Because when he escaped the pocket, the zone gonna break down after about 5-6 seconds. That zone, long as you got one person stretching it out 60 yards, all that middle of the stuff, when he get out the pocket, he finds somebody. Man, listen, we need to man these guys up and have some help over the top and send pressure and live with the results, but we're not going to do that. Everybody talk about Ramsey need to shadow X. Watch when we come in this game, Ramsey going to be on that one side doing his job. And that's what I don't like, because against the bums, we kill them all. I told people preseason, Fangio's defense is phenomenal against young quarterbacks who don't understand how to read defenses, who easily are confused. It gives up the underneath. It doesn't give up the deep ball, and it sends weak side blitzes. And at the end of the day, it also gives up inside runs on occasion. Okay.
Hey, chat. Go back and find me the clip of TD saying that before the season started. I'll give you $100 if you find the clip.
Oh yeah, you'll find that all over the place. I've been one of the main people about Fangio's defense, because they did a study on it, because about 8 different defensive coordinators start using his system. Mm-hmm. And all of them have been figured out, except against the young quarterbacks and those who can't read defense. The mobile quarterbacks, this defense is a disaster, and the veteran quarterbacks who can process, but there ain't that many in the league that actually can do it on an elite basis. There's not many at all. See, this elite that we talk about, this level that we want Tua to reach, even me, it's rare these days. Yeah. Which some people will say it's unfair to want them, but hey, that's what you want, because ain't nobody can touch you. It's rare, but that's what Fangio's defense is. That's why. What type of quarterback do we have the most problems with? The mobile ones.
Yep, every time.
The mobile ones.
Well, the play extenders. Because
Fangio is required to use a spy, and his system doesn't have a spy in it. His system doesn't have a spy. So now you use a spy, there's going to be a gap somewhere almost everywhere. And then you can't even blitz as much. And every time you do, you pay. Go look at the film in the games we lost. And against these mobile quarterbacks, every time.
He's got to send some pressure. And I get it. Like you want to, just be vanilla, sit back there and do what you do, right? But you got to find a way to send some pressure, especially from, bro, you got to send some pressure from your corner spot or from your safeties. These guys are really good at blitzing. Get Brandon Jones in the game. Get Holland in there.
We need BJ to go crazy.
Like we need guys to get in there and make plays. Cater can blitz from the slot. You have to get Josh Allen off the spot and force him to do some outrageous stuff. And when you force him to do that outrageous stuff, he tends to make mistakes, and you're looking at an interception or a turnover somewhat. Like, we got to get the ball out. I want to see a sack fumble. I want to see an interception. It's got to happen on Sunday night. It's got to happen.
Vic Fangio has to be creative in a sense that we haven't seen yet. And here's why. We do have to get pressure, but here's the problem. I can guarantee you Buffalo's going to adjust their game. Go look at the first game in this game coming up. They're not going to do one thing, and it's going to give them advantage. They're no longer going to need to chip Phillips and Chubb. They don't have to have the running back chipping. They don't have to have the tight end chipping and helping max protect as much. Now they can utilize the full arsenal.
They won 48-20. They should just do whatever they did last time.
Yeah, but well, it makes it even better for them because now they don't have to max protect as much if we're really going to hone in on stopping Diggs, which was everything last time.
Yeah.
Now they can use the full display of their weapons because if we send a blitz, that could serve very costly in this game because they don't have the double teams as much because they're not going to double team Zeeler. They're not going to double team Ingram. Even if they should, they're not going to. But they're going to be more explorative in that playbook this time.
But TD, you got to admit, when we played the Bills early in the season, our defense wasn't playing the way they were once they got to like mid-season level. They've kind of
on the back end.
Yeah. They've been playing a lot better on the back end. And last week was a disaster, and I hope that was a one-off situation, right? Yeah. Especially secondary-wise. But for the most part, they've been really solid up front. And we want to hope that that's the team we see Sunday night because the Bills didn't see that team early in the season.
Without Phillips and Chubb.
Without Phillips, hey, Agba got to go. Agba got to go.
Yeah, they do, but let's stop.
Agba got to go. It's next man up. It's next man up.
Come
on, next man up.
Come on.
He knows he's going to be a free agent. Watch him go
off. Bro, got to go.
Okay. I hope so.
And Agba made some big plays for us prior to these other guys coming, right? He was the dude, and that's why he got paid like that. When those 2 years when Flores was here, Agba was killing.
Yeah, he was the man.
That leads me to an important question as well. Phillips and Chubb ACL, right? We look at the timetable, 9 to 12 months. The average is about 11 for most players, and some of them even, running along with that. It is projected that we won't have those two defensive ends to start the season. That Phillips could be back around week 3 to 4, and
Chubb could be Achilles.
Phillips.
His was in the ACL. How long? So
he tore his Achilles,
which is almost worse.
So what's his timetable though?
You're looking at like the end of training camp.
Okay, so he may be back. What are we going to do about the other defensive end position, knowing that we cannot afford to hold on to Ogbah's contract?
Can I start? Can I start here? Yeah. I'd rather our whole team be injured the first 2 months of the season than this shit keep happening where December comes and everyone's hurt. I don't care about the first 4 weeks anymore.
It's going to happen anyway, though, Nicky.
Sit out. I don't care. I don't care.
But it's going to happen.
I'm done with September. I'm done with October. I want everyone healthy November, December. I don't care. The Bills were 6-8. They had fucking no one, and they got a shot to win the division. Why? Because they're healthy now.
Yeah. Nicky, it's gonna happen anyway. Injuries are gonna happen. If everybody don't play for 10 games, it's still gonna happen, bro. That's the thing.
I don't care about the first 8 games. Go 4-4, and then I'm fine with 4-4. But
half of our roster was brought in by Greer anyway. Pretty much injury.
Oh, don't do that.
With injury concerns. It's true.
If this team doesn't make the playoffs, someone has to be fired.
It's true. Half of our team.
Come on. Oh, okay. All right.
Half of our team have injury history, major injury history. That is true.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, it's very true.
Everybody in the NFL has injury history.
No, but
half of our team.
Like, come on, bro.
No, but like that's like our specialty. That is literally our specialty.
Getting guys on a discount. I get it. I mean,
as much as we love Teron Armstead, when we signed him, that man can't stay healthy for a full year.
Yes, and it's very annoying.
Yeah.
But in the wrong
when he plays, he's great. I love him. Don't get me wrong. But I mean, at least understand that he's going to miss games and have the right compensation for when he does miss games instead of playing the offensive line shuffle every week. I can't do it.
The issue with our team is the depth behind these starters.
That's true.
We went so top heavy. The Chubb contract, the Tyreek contract, Armstead. We went so top heavy that we didn't really invest in the secondary. Like not the secondary as a coverage, but the second guys, the second man up, next man up. We didn't. Now some areas we have the next man up, but they also haven't been their very best.
Receivers room is stacked.
No, it's not. Outside of Tyreek and Waddle, you don't have a 1 nor 2.
You saw they disappeared against the Ravens.
I mean, Claypool didn't make the play, but
but Claypool is a certified number 4 on any roster.
He's trash.
Let's call it what it
Damn,
is.
y'all doing them like that?
No,
I fuck with Cedric though.
Cedric balling.
I
Cedric
like
balling.
him, but we got to keep it real. These guys
Barrios is good too.
These guys are number 4s, bro. And if one guy go down, you got a gap. You got a number 1 and a number 3.5 and 4.
Our wide receiver room is the deepest room on our team. Like, let's be real.
I think our D line is, or at least our edge rushers.
Not
I mean, now that 2 of them are gone. No, before.
No, it was.
I mean, name any other team where they lose a Bradley Chubb, a JP, and then you could go out there and send Emmanuel Ogba and Van Ginkel out there. I mean, those are 2 solid, good players.
Well, I'll argue that the 2 deepest rooms were the D-line, like you said, in the running back room. We just didn't know it until H-Chain hit the scene. Think about all 4 of our running backs.
Them dudes been hurt. Them dudes been hurt too.
No, I get it.
H-Chain's been hurt. I think Mostert's played in pretty much every game.
Moster was hurt last game.
But it was deep to where we could still survive. We at least
Chris
always
Brooks
have
got
one
hurt. Jeff Wilson came in hurt. He ain't start the season.
But we always have one of them.
Bro,
we always had one of them, bro.
Yeah, I'm just messing with you. But hey, we'll be all right. We'll be all right.
All right, big concern. I don't think Waddle and Mostert are gonna play this week. After speaking to somebody, I just think that they are closer to playing, but they're going to sit them this week. We don't know that again as a fact. We have to wait till we see at game time. But if they don't play, how does that impact this game?
I don't think Mostert impacts it as much as Waddle does, because you saw Devon Achane had 100 and something yards rushing week 4. We need Waddle out there.
Is Achane playing? I heard he's in a boot.
They're always in boots, like every
week. It's like a precautionary thing.
But he's gonna play. I just wanted to make sure.
I believe Achane will go. Here's what was told to me. The person I talked to compared Waddle and Tyreek. This is what they said. Tyreek made the decision to play early. Okay, they wanted to keep him out the 4 weeks, which is the timetable for him to try to get fully healthy. The problem is he came back in 2.5 weeks, and playing through it extends it to getting healthy to 6 weeks or even longer if you're tweaking it. Waddle, they wanted to have the real precaution and wait to the playoffs because they felt Tyreek was enough during that time to get a healthy Waddle. But now it's at risk of Waddle coming back about 1 week earlier than he should.
God damn it! Who cares if it's 1 week early? It's a damn division. What are we talking about?
But how do you feel? But we're in the playoffs regardless. How do you feel about next week?
Hey, TD, don't start with that shit. Because if we lose this game, he's already here. Oh, well, we got to play in -3 degrees in KC. We ain't got a shot.
I know. Here we go.
Up and play.
But Mickey,
and play in Miami.
Why are you worried about -3 degrees? Tua's kill every narrative. That's going to be the next one.
Man, stop.
TD, we could
he
beat the
went
Colts.
up to
We could beat
Maryland
the Jaguars
and practiced
a
with his
receiver
brother.
down.
TD, you trolling right now.
Tua went to Maryland in the cold weather and practiced with his brother. He ready, man.
He trolling.
Y'all really scared about going on the road to Kansas City? And
I just much rather play at home. Why would I want to go on the road, bro? I'd much rather be at the crib.
Would I rather play at home, play the Colts or the Jags, or would I rather go to KC and play in 3 degrees? Yeah, you tell me, bro.
Well, we're not playing the Colts or the Jags, bro. We're probably gonna have to play Buffalo again anyway.
Not if we beat them.
No. If we beat them, there's a scenario we play them again. Anyway.
The Jags will beat Tennessee.
And I think the Ravens are resting their starters. So
yeah, they are.
The Ravens still
might win that game.
If they do, then we're playing Buffalo 2 back-to-back weeks.
Yeah,
the Bills are out if
Ravens and
if the Jags or the Steelers win, the Bills are done.
They both have to win.
Yeah.
Who has to win?
Both have to win?
They both have to win.
We have to. If we win, one of them has to lose. One of them can afford to lose.
No, if we don't, if we want to knock Buffalo out of the playoffs, the Steelers and the Jaguars have to win.
Yes.
Then we have to win and we knock them out.
That's
if
confirmed.
One of those teams lose and we win, we're playing Buffalo next week.
Yes, it's guaranteed.
In Miami.
Yes.
In Miami.
They're gonna sneak in. This is what's gonna happen. We're gonna win. We're going to win the division. One of those teams are going to choke because the NFL doesn't want to send in Mason Rudolph to the playoffs.
They want Josh Allen.
Trash-ass Josh Allen's going to sneak in.
Well, if it is scripted, we're losing this game.
Yeah.
No, because then Buffalo could come back to Miami. That's fine.
No, if it's scripted, they want Josh Allen to win, to come back. And guess what? I can guarantee you, if they were to win the game, the headline on Monday morning is going to be, is Lamar really the MVP? Or is it Josh Allen? That's going to be the whole new narrative, the entire new narrative, because his numbers are there. The only asterisk are his turnovers.
And losing his team games.
And coming back to win a division, they're going to put him like that. You already know he their little puppet, little bum. That old bum. I can't stand the NFL and that. And please don't tell me Tony Romo calling this game.
No, we got Chris Collinsworth Sunday Night Football.
Sunday night.
Thank you. Oh my gosh, this is
because he be riding your boy hard.
I'm not gonna lie. So like I've always been able to go to all the Dolphin games when I was living in Florida. And then moving up here, I do appreciate being on the couch, but I hate commentators. I wish I could hear like someone else call the game. I can't stand them. They ruin the game for me.
Yeah. Especially Tony Romo when he watching Josh Allen. It's the worst.
He's just slurping him up the whole time.
It's ridiculous.
All right, let's get some score predictions here. We're going to start with CB83, man. How do you see this one turning out, and what's the score?
Score prediction. I'm going with the Dolphins get their average 30-pointer, and we hold the Bills to 21. Let's go. 30 to 21, Dolphins win.
I love it.
That's what I got, man. It's a dub. Another big dub for the Fins. Let's go.
Doug?
I think it's going to be a close game. I think it's going to be a hard-fought game.
Yep.
I think that a lot of these Bill fans that think they're going to dominate Miami are going to be sadly mistaken. But I do think I got to go with my team. 24-21. I think the Dolphins win.
Ooh, close one.
Right. Let me get mine, and then I'll have Nikki Smokes. I got 38-28 in this game.
A 10-point win.
Crap.
Okay.
He didn't say who, though.
Everybody knows what's about to happen.
Hey, TD, don't do that. You did that last week.
Honestly, pick the Bills.
Come on, dog. Come on, dog. Don't do that. You did that last week.
All right. 38-28. Everybody knows what's about to happen.
Bro.
Deep down inside, everybody knows what's about to happen.
I don't like TD. That's foul, bro.
What?
No. I like it.
Because he's not even telling us what.
I can't root for my Dolphins. I can't root for my Dolphins. Let's go Dolphins.
This is bad.
But I don't think it's bad. It's always bad if everyone picks the same team to win. Like
okay,
let
all right,
be the scapegoat.
All right, TD, you'll be the scapegoat.
I didn't pick Buffalo.
That's what it sounded like. That's what it sounded like.
I just know everybody knows exactly what's about to happen. What you got on this, Smoke?
I don't think it's going to be high scoring at all. I think it's going to be a really good defensive game. I got 21-20 Miami. Walk off.
21-20.
Dallas all over again.
Yeah, basically. I see the same exact game.
We got to make that bum fumble.
Yeah, we got.
I want an interception.
That's why I think we win by a little bit more because I think we get the turnovers on these.
Yeah, but then they might get a turnover.
Here's the thing, right?
Tua got to protect the ball
because the Buffalo Bill fans in this chat are so confident. They whooped us this year, 100%. With we were banged up, they were banged up, they whooped us last year with an inferior team. All 3 games came down to 3 or less points, and for some reason they are so confident about this game, and they think we are so banged up when there's only 3 players that are questionable. Like, I think this game is going to be a lot closer than it is,
and that's why I like this.
You guys have lived down in Miami, Florida, or in Florida in general. It's going to rain until 6:00, and you guys know what it's going to be like with that rain stopping 2 hours before the game. It's going to be humid.
It's going to be humid. Yeah.
And that's another thing. Yeah, it's going to be 67, possibly 70 degrees, but that humidity is no joke. I don't think it's going to be a blowout. They could take their confidence, be confident, good. But when that comes back and bites you in the butt, I'm going to put that on. If the Dolphins win this game, I'm going to put that on. And you're not going to like the dog that comes out after that.
Oh, we cooking Buffalo. Let's go.
Spicy.
Let's go.
We're going to have a barbecue because everybody knows exactly what's about to happen.
Okay, TD. Okay.
Everybody. All right, listen, man. Before we get out of here, man, just let everybody know where they can find you. We'll start with you, Nikki.
Yeah, Twitter at Nikki Smoke. Same with Instagram, Barstool Sports, and I'm rebranding my whole YouTube in a couple months. So
Nice.
it's the same thing, Nikki Smoke Shop, if you want to check it out there. But yeah, that's pretty much it. That's all I got.
CB.
Hey, Fensei with CB83, man. You can find me on Twitter, Instagram, just hanging with the big dogs, Doug and TD Fence Talk. I'm stomping with the big dogs.
Oh, Lord. You crazy, man. Doug.
Yeah, I got a very peculiar name. You want to find me anywhere, it's Dougly Do Wrong, mostly on YouTube.
Man, you talk about stumping with the big dog. The big dog is under me right here, man. I don't know why he under me. Let me go ahead. Put it where it belongs, man. Hey, but real quick, I got one last quick question for you all. Who's your player of the game and why? Start with you, CB83.
Ooh, Tua Leroy, man. I got to see the Bruce Leroy glow. If you guys haven't watched The Last Dragon, go watch it this weekend. Just get your mind ready. I think Tua has a big game. Legacy game for him. He comes out, leads us to the dub, and he's the player of the game. Gets the game ball at the end of it.
Doug?
Manuel Agba. I think he's going to have some important sacks. Because, again, he knows. He was a healthy scratch. He knows he's gone next year. I think he's going to come out and he's going to make a statement game, and I think he's going to be disruptive because everyone's talking about, they don't have Chubb and they don't have Phillips. We're going to be fine. All right. So I think Manuel Agba is going to have a game.
Ooh, Nikki Smokes.
I got Jalen Ramsey. I mean, people forget we didn't have him week 4. A lot of Bills fans, they don't have respect for him. They think anytime that Josh Allen and Stephon Diggs play Jalen Ramsey, that it's free pickings. And I think he's going to take that personal. And we honestly need a turnover, a big play from him if we want to win this game. So I'm going Jalen Ramsey.
Let's go.
All right, I got to go Lester Cotton. Okay, Lester Cotton having the game of his lifetime, protecting our quarterback, because if we're going to win this game, it has to happen in the trenches. So Lester Cotton's my guy because everybody knows exactly what's going to happen this Sunday night. Y'all stay tuned. The Miami Dolphins versus the Buffalo Jills, the trash Buffalo Girls. Y'all are weak. Y'all are pathetic. Y'all think y'all a good team. We're about to mop the floor with you, walk you off the leash. It's our time to shine. Let's go.
Let's get it.
And if y'all want to gather my tailgate party, we're having a tailgate party and at the Chiefs Stadium the following week. Y'all just hit me up on the prices.
Bro,
all right.
what?
He's so annoying. I'm out of here. Get me out of here. I'm leaving.
I love y'all. Appreciate y'all. We out of here. Fins up no matter what. Peace. We out, man. Oh, man. Everybody know what's going to happen this